Cool, so let's check out some music theory stuff. Um, Once again, here's the circle of fifths. I'm going to talk about this a lot. So, if we want to move clockwise in the circle of fifths, we're going to go in sharps. You're adding a sharp to every key when you're moving along the circle of fifths. So, C has no accidentals at all. There's no sharps, no flats. If we go all the way across to F sharp or E flat minor, it's almost all sharps and flats. It's the key that has all the black keys in it, whereas C has all the white keys in it. And if we want to play an E or A, it's kind of like in between. G and F is going towards having halfway, and B and E and C sharp and A flat are transitioning towards having mostly black keys, but there's still a couple white keys. What this all means in relation to what I'm talking about is that we can picture these keys on the keyboard. C, you got G, D. See, every key that you move over clockwise or counterclockwise, you gain a sharp or a flat, depending on which way you go. And the reason for this is because of the formula that makes up scales. Majors have whole step, half step, whole step, half step. Minors are whole step, half step, half step, half step, whole step. Cool. So what's that mean? Whole step. This is a half step because from E to F, there's no accidental. So how are we counting these intervals? This is a half step, and this is a whole step. Likewise, from here to here is a half step, to here is a whole step. What if I'm playing here? On E flat, a whole step is like this. Do you get it? So, regardless of whether there's a black key in between them, you're still gonna count it. And that's how you distinguish between major and minor keys. So let's look at A minor. That's a whole step. That's a half step. Whole step. And then another whole step. A half step. And then two whole steps. And you're back where you started from. So cool. What does that mean in relation to the big picture? I have a drawing of a keyboard, and these are what music theory scholars use to organize the keyboard or fretboard or scale or whatever the fuck you want to call it. The first note is called the tonic, and it can also be called the root. Then we go one whole step above that would be the supertonic. Doesn't matter what key you're in or what note you start on, it's still called the supertonic because it's the tonic in super form. And I forgot to write an R, so it's a soup tonic, suppy tonic. The median is the third tone in the scale, and one half step above that is the subdominant, also known as the fourth. The dominant chord is also called the fifth, and that's what makes the circle of fifths. So to summarize all of this, There's also the lower submediate and the leading tone. That would be your relative minor, and this one is a half step away from the tonic, so that's why it's called the leading tone. And let's put this all into perspective. If we want to go this way in the circle of fifths, not only are we adding a sharp to each key that we go over, we are also moving from the tonic to the dominant. And I hope that this clarified some stuff for you. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll keep on making videos. Thanks. Peace.